98FM. 98FM's Dublin Talks with Adrian Kennedy. Weekdays from 10 a.m. on 98FM.
Next on the programme, a Dublin woman who is on the dating scene here and is using Tinder has been branded a racist by her own friend for refusing to match and date people who are dark-skinned. Orla ended up having a row with her mate yesterday when she discovered that her friend was deliberately avoiding matching with black people on the popular dating app. Orla took to social media and shamed her mate without naming her, and her post has gotten very mixed reactions. See what you think yourself. Is it racist to say, I don't find a person attractive purely because of the colour of their skin? Now, it certainly on the outset sounds a little bit racist when you put it like that, but is it? Have a listen to this message that was posted on Facebook, and as I said, it had very mixed reactions. Hey all, so I want to share my story with you. One of my friends has been on Tinder for the last year. I was over in her house yesterday and she was going through her matches with me. She was swiping which fellas she found attractive, and every dark-skinned person who came up as a possible match, she was swiping left. I asked her why, and her answer was, I don't find black dudes attractive. I told her this was very racist. She says it's not. I'm still speechless over this. I've dated loads of black fellas in Dublin and they've all been lovely. I saw a different side to her yesterday. And that is the question. Is it racist to just not fancy black people? Because that's what this lady has said. Rather than judging people as an individual, she has said she just doesn't find black dudes attractive. Her words. But is that racist? 6797 981 is our telephone number. You can text or WhatsApp us on 0877 98 98 98. 0877 98 98 98. And by the way, if you're near a computer, you can join us on, or have your phone in your hand, you can join us live on Facebook Live at facebook.com/Adrian K and Jeremy D. Facebook.com/Adrian K and Jeremy D. You can join us for the show with Facebook Live. Is it racist to say I don't fancy black people? Dermot, you're on 98FM. How are you, Dermot?
How are you doing, Adrian?
Good, thanks, Dermot. Well, is that racist to just say, and her exact words were, I don't find black dudes attractive?
Right. I don't think it's racist. I don't find black dudes attractive either. I don't find the women attractive either. Black women attractive either.
What, but, no black woman?
No, I don't. But I don't find redheads attractive either. Am I a racist because I don't like that?
It's slightly different, is it not?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's just your own preference, isn't it, really, when it comes down to it? You know, I find some Asian women attractive, all right.
But you wouldn't find a black woman attractive?
No, I just don't find them attractive.
You see, I'm wondering, yeah, I get what you're saying about a redhead. You mightn't be into redheads, and therefore you just don't find them attractive. But to say that you just don't find black people attractive, full stop, end of story, no discussion, does seem a bit racist, it has to be said.
I suppose you could say that, yeah. But like I say, it's down to your own preference. I mean, I don't find any redheads attractive. Sorry to say, redheads, but I just don't find them attractive. Now, I get on with a few of them, all right, and I've spoken to them and have great crack with them, but I just don't find them attractive.
Okay, stay there for 1 second. 6797 981 is our telephone number. You can text or WhatsApp the programme 0877 98 98 98. 0877 98 98 98. Is it racist to say that you do not fancy black people? That's the question. That's the conversation. Call me right now on 6797 981. AJ, you're on 98FM. How are you, AJ?
Hey, Adrian.
Now, AJ, is it racist?
No, I don't think it is racist. Like, she has her own preference. I've had a few experiences with black people before, because that's what they're not coloured anymore. The black PC nonsense. But you know, if she chooses what she wants to choose, then there's nothing wrong with that. And it could be a bit of jealousy there of her friends because she either like picks and chooses who her friends are. But then all of a sudden she's saying, oh, she's a racist because she doesn't accept black people. Because that's what it comes down to. All of a sudden people are called racist all the time. No, that's not. She doesn't like black people. And that's the end of it.
Yeah, okay, that's the end of it. It's just like, I suppose, Dermot said, he doesn't fancy redheads. It's just not his thing.
Redheads are a different story, Adrian, no disrespect, but I'm just saying, it's just ridiculous that a story can come up where, like, you know, on Tinder, like swiping, black, Caucasian, Hispanic, where does it end? Chinese, Asian? But I personally, I don't, maybe some of our friends are jealous, or maybe some of our other friends are not jealous, and they're trying to persuading her to go for black people and not people. Like, I personally think that, she's not a racist, and she's just, she probably knows what black people are like, and, you know.
What does that mean?
It means basically, Adrian, that I've had personal experiences, and to put it bluntly, is they're genuinely gold diggers, and when people don't have much money like myself, and then all of a sudden they find out that after a couple of months, all of a sudden you find out she's a prostitute or something, and it's crazy the way they go on. Like, I've gone out with like European girls, and they have more. Now I'm going to probably sound like a racist here, but
well, you absolutely do. You absolutely do, because you're categorising a whole section of society. Yes.
Yeah, because I've had bad experiences with that race, so maybe I am a racist, and I would never date a black person again because I've had terrible experiences.
Because of the experience with some. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but I know there's like 500 million people in Africa, but there's also the same amount of people in Europe, and they don't go on the way they do go on. Like, let's talk. Let's put the facts out here, Adrian. We're talking about black people, not Caucasians. We're talking about black people.
Yeah, I know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, some of them. Yeah, but it really doesn't bother me that the girl would automatically swipe by black people, because in the back of her mind, she'd probably thinking, oh, no, swipe. But, you know, I can feel for her, because that's what society has told people, and they're no good, you know?
Okay, John, you're on 98FM. How are you, John?
How's it going? Listen, I just want to start this thing. There's so much going on at the moment. Just because that girl does not like black people, she's not saying she doesn't like black people. She's saying she doesn't find them sexually attractive. That's
what she said, yes.
Yeah, but what's wrong with that? It's her preference. She's not saying that bad people.
No, she's not saying that.
But she's saying nothing wrong. Her sexual preference is she doesn't like coloured people. I don't like coloured women. I don't find them sexually attractive at all.
At all?
Say I'm wrong. At all.
Not one black woman that you'd look at and go, oh yeah.
No.
You see, I don't believe that for a second.
Well, you see, why?
I don't believe there isn't a black woman in the world that you wouldn't find attractive.
Why would you think I'm telling lies?
Because if there are some amazing black supermodels, for example, there are, and just, you see, what I'm getting at is it the colour of the skin that is what doesn't appeal to you? Because there are some stunning looking black women.
I'm not saying there isn't. I just don't find black women sexually attractive. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the person. She could be the most beautiful person you'll ever meet. I just don't find black women sexually attractive. Now, what is wrong with that? Am I saying something wrong?
You're not saying anything wrong as such, but a lot of people believe that to immediately diss every black woman, the thing that you appear not to like then is the colour of their skin.
But I'm talking about sexual preference, and when you're on them sites, that's what you're thinking about, right? Is she sexually attractive to you? No. Well, what's wrong with that? I look at a white woman and I don't find her sexually attractive, and I don't go for that either.
No, but
Am
you
I
don't.
wrong
Yeah,
there?
but hang on. You wouldn't say I don't find white women attractive. You might find some of them unattractive, but you certainly wouldn't say it for all. So the only thing that you find, the only thing that you find unattractive in a black woman, has to be the colour of her skin.
I'm not saying that. I just don't find black women sexually attractive. The other guy that was on there a second ago said he doesn't find red-headed women sexually attractive. Is he racist against red women that have red hair?
Yeah, no.
What's the difference between the colour of their hair and the colour of their skin?
The red hair thing I don't get because I just love women with red hair. But anyway, yeah, I know it's different strokes. Yes, yeah.
Preference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, but you see, when I hear you saying that you don't find any black woman attractive, the only thing that they all have in common then is the colour of their skin.
Well, like now, in all fairness, if you were to put this out there, I guarantee you that at least 50% of black women would not find a white man attractive.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not.
And
Okay, stay there for a second, John. John says he is not a racist, but he does not find black women attractive. Kelly, why are you so angry with this conversation?
So I just came in from doing what I've been doing this morning and switched on the radio. I'm a black woman who lives in Dublin. I have a white husband who's Irish. I'm English. And I'm just horrified at the comments that I'm hearing from people who live in the city that I now call home. I think a lot of the comments are racist, and I'm actually quite shocked that 98FM is giving people this platform. I mean, I agree with freedom of speech.
Can I tell you, Kelly, we've also given you a platform as well. That's what we do.
Fair play.
I don't know if you heard how the conversation originally came up, that a lady put a post on Facebook yesterday where she's criticising her friend for immediately dissing. She uses Tinder and immediately going past black fellas, and she said, "I don't find black dudes attractive." And she's been accused by her friend of being racist just because she doesn't find black dudes attractive. Is that racist?
I don't know. Personally, I don't think that's racist. I think she has a preference in terms of who she finds attractive. If she had made other comments around characteristics or stereotype comments around black people, then I think maybe you're straying into racism. But I think if she's made a preference about who she finds attractive, I personally wouldn't find that racist. Some of the comments you've had from your other guests, they've definitely been racist.
I agree. And in fact, the last guy, I've just cut him off because he was rambling and avoiding the conversation altogether. But the conversation is about, is it racist for somebody to say that you don't find somebody with black skin attractive? Is that a racist thing to say?
No, I think it's a very broad, sweeping generalisation, and I wouldn't personally make comments like that because I think it is very generalist, and I think she could very well come across a really hot black guy in the future. There are a few of them out there. So no, I don't think it's racist, but I think it's a very generalised comment which people have turned into a bit of a sensationalist story. So I wouldn't be offended if someone said to me, "Do you know what, I don't find black women attractive."
Okay, but then, and like I said before, you start getting your knickers in a knot over 98 FM. That's what the conversation is, and that's why I got rid of that guy because that's not what the conversation is. Is it racist to say that you just don't find black people, or for a black person to say I don't find white people attractive? And you're saying no, it's not.
No, personally, I don't think this situation, I wouldn't be offended by the scenario, no.
Okay, all right. Catherine, you're on 98 FM. Hi, Catherine.
Well, I'm very annoyed at all those racist morons that you have on. It's completely racist to say you don't find a certain type of people attractive. They should keep their uneducated comments to themselves. I mean, who cares? Honestly.
What do you mean, who cares?
Like, why do they want to discuss their business about who they fancy to the world? Like, it's really... they still sound uneducated, and they're all racist. And I apologise to that lady Kelly. Most of us, Kelly, are intelligent, educated people.
Sorry, when I put the exact question to Kelly, she said it's not racist to say I don't fancy black people.
It's awful.
That was a black woman who said that. That was a black woman who just said that.
Well, I'm an Irish white woman. Not that I should have to say that, but I think it's disgusting. Actually, I don't find Irish men attractive, so maybe I'm racist as well.
Okay. I've Dermot on the line, or the other guy who was on a minute ago, who said he just doesn't find any black woman attractive.
You know what?
Now,
I'd love to see his picture. I'd love to see what he looks like. And I'd love to hear his education and what topics of subject he talks about. He sounds like an uneducated moron.
because he said that?
Yeah. And the way he was speaking and rambling and babbling on, I mean, who cares? As I said, I'd love to see these guys' photos. Let's say they're supermodels.
Dermot, I mean, basically she is saying that it is out and out racism.
I don't know whether she caught all the conversation that was going on there. I wasn't dishing anybody, any coloured race or anything like that. I was making a reference to redheads that I don't fancy, and that woman was making the reference to black men that she doesn't fancy.
I think you should keep your opinions to yourself. Who cares what you fancy?
This is a show about opinions, if you don't know. You know, that's what the show is about. And they put out a question. They put out a question, and they asked the question whether it was racist or not. I answered, no, it's not racist. If you have an opinion,
hang on, Catherine. Here's a man. Hang on. Here's a man who has said, for example, I don't find redheads attractive. End of. Okay. That's his thing. He just doesn't like women with red hair.
It's discriminatory. It's rude. It's not nice. And who cares?
What do you mean, who cares?
He should keep his opinions to himself if he's nothing nice to say about people. You should keep your opinions to yourself.
Sorry, I can't hear you there, Dermot. Well, your mobile's gone off. I don't know what's happened. Oh. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, we'll have to ring you back, Dermot, because we can't hear words you're saying. Sarah, you're on 98FM. Hiya, Sarah.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah. Now, what did you want to say on this? Is it racist to say that you don't find black people attractive? Or vice versa, by the way, for a black person to say you don't find white people attractive?
Yes, it is racist. I am black, and I think it's very racist to say that. It is very racist.
Why?
Like the other lady said, keep your opinions to yourself.
Okay, but the reason this even became an issue is because this lady's friend noticed as she was swiping through Tinder that she didn't swipe any black guys and seeking a match, and her friend, or she told her friend, I don't find black dudes attractive. Now, is that a racist thing to say if that's your sexual preference?
It's not a sexual preference. No, it is racist to say that. You're saying you don't like black men. Look, racism is bred from different angles. It starts from one thing and it leads to another. It is racist to say that you don't find. We're all humans. Not white, yellow, blue, or green. We're all humans. You do have a choice, yes. But if you want to say you don't find someone attractive, fine. Don't say because they are black or white.
But we all have things that we don't like or that we do like, if you understand what I mean. So, for example, the guy who was on a couple of minutes ago doesn't fancy women with red hair. End of story. He just doesn't like red hair on women. And is that wrong for him to say that?
It is wrong for him to say that. If you like them, then don't go near them. Don't come out and say that to people. Or come on air.
Why? Are we not allowed to speak anymore? Are we not allowed to air our opinion anymore?
But that's the way the world is going right now. You say one thing, someone else picks it up, and then someone else picks it up, and it becomes a big issue, and it's spreading. And that's how hate is spreading.
Okay, so it is, in your opinion, absolutely racist for somebody to say, I don't find black dudes attractive.
Yes.
Okay, stay there for 1 second, please, Sarah. I have to take a very quick break, and I'll be back to you in just a moment, because other people think that that is ridiculous, that you are allowed to have a preference of the sort of person that you find attractive or the sort of traits that you find attractive. Christopher, you're annoyed by what you're hearing. In what way?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I think the woman, Catherine, if I remember her name correctly, have no idea what racist means. So if she will use Google, you know, that's she might find actually answer for this, because anyone's sexual preferences, you know, can't be called anything like that. You know, that's just fucking, sorry for my language. That's a joke. Absolute joke, you know, and she was followed by another woman. I presume she was black, and she comes with stuff like this, you know. That's racist. that's absolute joke. Absolute
Okay.
joke.
So for somebody to say that I don't find black men attractive, which is what this woman said, I don't find black dudes attractive. You believe that is not racist?
That's absolutely correct. I'm not fancy. For example, girls with black hair. So that makes me racist. Just because they look different. That's my preference, personal preference. And it's not about being racist or.
Well, okay. Well, let me bring Catherine back in again. Well, Catherine, here's a man saying no. This is absolutely not racist. Sorry, Christopher. Do you mind me asking? Are you a black guy yourself?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not? Okay, no, I'm just curious. Catherine, he's saying, no, it isn't racist.
Okay, I think it is racist and it is discriminatory. He's discriminating against a certain type of people. My last thing I'm going to say is, if you've nothing nice to say, keep your mouth shut. That's what I would say. Try to be nice to people. And don't be rude and don't be discriminatory. If you don't like girls with black hair, then don't go out with girls with black hair. But keep it to yourself.
Catherine, I don't get this. Sorry, I don't get this keep it to yourself thing. We all speak our mind. We all speak our opinion.
I know it's a very sensitive subject about racism, and I think to say that, that girl, the original text that came in, that she doesn't find black men attractive, has she met every black man in the world?
No, obviously she hasn't.
Has she been to Africa?
But
no.
Likewise, the guy who was on a while ago hasn't met every redhead in the world. It's just his thing. He just doesn't find redheads attractive.
It's discrimination, and there's no need for it. It's discrimination and it's wrong.
Okay, it's discrimination and it's wrong. Jason, you're on 98FM. How are you, Jason?
All right, lads. How's things?
Good, Jason. What did you want to say?
This is a joke. This is another one of these subjects now. It's like, oh, you can't say hey, babe to women or call them hun and all this. I know it's a bit different, but is it not down to a person of who they like or who they find attractive, who they don't find attractive? Did you actually know what the word race is?
Catherine is saying we shouldn't even be speaking about this. We shouldn't speak our mind on this subject. I mean, that's really what you're saying, Catherine.
I'm just saying, if you haven't got something positive to say, keep it to yourself.
Well, sure, that's probably just you, but sure, not everybody is like that. What if your friend comes up to you and says, oh, how do you like the salad, or how do you like this? Oh, you don't say that and you just sit down and don't eat it or do eat it or whatever and keep it to yourself.
I think a salad is different to human being.
I'm just saying it's the same type of thing as what you're saying. Is don't have
not really. It's very, for example, to compare a salad to a human being.
Well, it's not really.
Well, I think it's
it is a little bit different, in fairness.
It's very sad.
But okay, Sarah, let me bring you back in. Sarah, what Jason is saying is you have to be able to speak your opinion. I'm hearing what Catherine is saying. We wouldn't have a radio show if people couldn't speak their opinions. But he's basically saying that everybody is entitled to have their own preference for the sort of person they find attractive.
We understand that. We're not saying that, but we're saying do not be discriminatory and do not be racist about it. He's using a salad. You don't compare a salad to a human being or to a race. You don't do that. So you don't like red hair or that. No. It is discriminatory, like she said. It is, and it is racist. I'm a black woman.
But Sarah, by contrast, I have often heard black women say that they don't find white guys attractive. They're too pale. They're too scrawny, whatever.
I would say the same thing to a black woman who said that about a white guy. You are being racist and you're being discriminatory. It is wrong. You do not say that. If you said to me you didn't like somebody, fine. But don't say because he's white or black, red hair, black hair, thin, fat. No, you are putting that person down. You are. It is not right to do that.
What about the phobia? Isn't there a phobia that people have of different things? And one of them is people have a phobia of black people. They could have a phobia of Chinese people or whatever. And it's an actual real thing. It's a phobia. So does that make them racist because they have a certain thing wrong with them where they have a phobia about that? And does that make them racist then because they have a phobia?
That's a different case. If you do have a condition, it is something different. And my
then is that not your brain that makes you not like something? Is that not a condition?
No. Look, you were talking about racism here. I am black.
It's not racism. Racism is going up to your
You
face.
see, Sarah, a lot of people are texting in saying that woman, Sarah, is confused about what racism actually is.
I'm not confused. I'm a black woman. I am a black woman. I am not confused.
Yeah.
I am not.
Because you're getting mixed up. Racism is me walking up to your face and calling you names and stuff like that. That's being racist. But if I say that I am not attracted to you, that does not make me racist.
No, okay, Jason, it doesn't make you racist if you say to one individual, I am not attracted to you, but when you're saying it about an entire section of society that happens to be black, that's what makes it racist.
Yes, very much. You're talking about that.
It's just ridiculous, all this. It's another one of these stupid things that are just out in society now to make people shut up about talking and not say anything anymore. And that's all it is. Absolutely ridiculous, all this.
You're not the one on the receiving end.
Okay, stay there for a second. Hang on, Sarah. Nicola, you're on 98FM. Hiya, Nicola.
Hey, how are you?
Now, Nicola, you yourself are married to a black African guy.
Married.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm married to a Nigerian man, and I've 4 kids, and I'm with him I'm actually with him 14 and a half years.
Right.
And I'm saying he's better than any other Irish person or any man that I ever met. He's better than, and he's great. So I've never had any problem even in his company, even his friends or all this black community. I've never had a problem with any of them.
Okay, well, what's the point you're trying to make, though? We're talking about whether or not it is racist for somebody to say they don't fancy black people.
No, it's not racist. Everyone has their own opinion.
Well, I firmly agree. That lady Catherine thinks we shouldn't even be talking about it. But but Sarah's on the line here. She's a black woman herself, and she's saying yes, it is racist to say that.
It's not racist. It's not racist. As I said, everyone has their own opinion, and everyone can do what they want. And I don't think the girl said anything racist about the comments. She just said, I don't like them.
Yeah, I don't fancy them.
As a lot of the callers said, some people don't like redheads. It's their own opinion. So it's no problem. It's not racist. I wouldn't believe it's racist. They haven't said anything bad about a black person.
And Sarah, that's from a lady who's married to a black guy. Actually, Nicola, it'd be interesting. How would people feel? You're a white Irish woman, yeah?
Yeah.
You're married to a black guy. I wonder how people would respond if you said, I don't fancy white guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, would that be racist, Sarah, for a white woman to say she doesn't fancy white guys?
I don't think you should say you don't fancy a race. You can say you don't fancy a person, but like you said, when you generalize it, you understand, about a race, that's where I come in and say it's racist. I'm not saying you can't say you don't like somebody, but when you say you don't like a race, based on their colour.
But what I'm saying to you is the lady that put that message up just said she doesn't like them. As I said, she didn't say anything about their colour. She didn't say anything about their race, that or this or that. It's her opinion. She's entitled to whatever she wants.
Well, that's how
as I said, she didn't call you a name. She didn't call anybody else a name. That's her opinion. She didn't like it.
No. She doesn't have to call my name to say that I'm black. That's the race she doesn't like.
Yeah, she doesn't like them. That's her.
But Nicola, this is the whole thing. If somebody went up to Sarah and said to her, Sarah, I don't find you attractive, Sarah, you wouldn't class that as racist at all?
No. But don't tell me I don't find me attractive because I'm black.
But if somebody were to say to you, Sarah, I don't find you attractive because you're black, that's racist.
That's offended, yes.
Okay, I get the difference.
Yeah, well, that's understandable.
But that's what this conversation is, Nicola. That's what this conversation is. That the lady in the first place.
Yeah, but the lady in it obviously didn't find anyone attractive, any of the black people attractive that she's in.
All right, but look, thanks very much indeed, Nicola, for your call. Thank you, Sarah, for your call. Thank you, all of you, for your calls. You're listening to 98FM's Dublin Talks.
98FM's Dublin Talks with Adrian Kennedy. Weekdays from 10 a.m. on 98.